Hello, New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com here. Today it's the 19th of February 2022. As always, before we get into it, if I could ask you to please subscribe to the channel, that'd be marvellous and appreciated. Righty ho then, here we go. Saxon, New Wave of British Heavy Metal survivors, go all the way back to the late 70s, early 80s when the Wobbum was everywhere and they were at the front of it, weren't they? And here we are 40 odd years later, and their career is still going with this latest album, Carpe Diem. And I suppose I should put things into a little bit of context first. Now, over the years, over the 40 odd years or so, I've never taken to Saxon, and that's probably a bit unusual. Like many have, I haven't. And that goes all the way back to the early 80s when I thought they were just a bit too cheesy, really. Stuff like Denim and Leather, Wheels of Steel and all that, I just thought it was a bit too cheesy. And I never went for it. But you can't deny that back then, when they were starting out, they certainly played to the audience. And they made a very good fist of it and were very successful. And, I've been for 40 odd years ever since. But back then it just wasn't something I found too appealing musically, and I've swerved them ever since. Never bought a Saxon album until this one, remarkably. And so I bought this a few days ago when I was ordering the new one from Praying Mantis, Catharsis. And good old Amazon, being clever like they are, Carpe Diem appeared alongside as a recommended buy and all that. So I thought, well, here's two new wave of British heavy metal originals putting out new albums at roughly the same time, so what the hell, I'll get them both. No idea why I bought Saxon, but it was there, so I did. And whilst the Praying Mantis for me is a disappointment, check out the other video on that, I did a little bit earlier today. I've been most certainly pleasantly surprised with how good Carpe Diem is after me being so dismissive of Saxon for the last 40 odd years. It is a huge album of stunningly powerful heaviness, and it's got some considerable finesse around it as well. It's impeccably performed and impeccably produced as well. We've got monster crashing, slashing, punching, gut-busting riffs, scorching solos everywhere, thunderous drumming show from Nigel Glockler, and the legendary Biff Byford up there front and centre on vocals. The man's got the pipes and vocal power of a bloke half his age. Remarkable, quite remarkable. Skillful heaviness from start to finish here, all the way through. The opener and title track, that's a monster all of its own. Brutal riffing, fells-mating solos. Biff's belting it out with lyrics around Hadrian's Wall and the Roman occupation, as indeed the cover art there suggests. Brilliant stuff. Next, it's probably not cool, I would imagine, to write a heavy metal song about steam trains, right? But Saxon have made it cool. Age of Steam rages along like the old Mallard scorching along in 1938 when it set the world record for a steam locomotive at 126 miles an hour. Bang, off it goes. Marvellous. It's just speechless. And the power just keeps on coming throughout. Dam Busters, self-explanatory title. That pounds away just like one of those bouncing bombs against a damn wall. Supernova, similarly powerful. Lady in Grey slows it down a little bit. It's a sort of a brooding, spooky tale. Even a bit of prog metal going on there. And then, All for One, Black is the Night, and Living on the Limit. What a blistering trio of punchy songs to close it all out. There's not a weak note anywhere on Carpe Diem. Saxon have pulled something clever out the bag here. It's a stunning album indeed from the Nawabum veterans, and it's made me rethink my opinion somewhat seriously. Perhaps I was so wrong to push them to one side since 1980, because this is that good. Well, I think I'm going to have to go and listen to it again straight after uploading this, because after the disappointing Catharsis from Praying Mantis, this has been a real treat. It really has. Can't recommend it enough. Link in the description box underneath the video to the album on Amazon if you want to go and get it in your preferred format. Just do it. I mean, I got it. I think it was a tenner, or just a few pence more than a tenner. And what a bargain! Just do it. Right. So there we are. Saxon Carpe Diem, monstrous. I've got egg on my face after 40 years. So just do it. Just go and get it. I'll shut up now. Please subscribe before you go. That'd be great. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And of course, do take care.